Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw Peely from the final peel. It's a Fortnitemares skin, so it's the Peely that we know. I'm going to draw this nice outline, full body, but he's kind of like got this cool, eerie green glow. Kind of see his rib cage and skeleton through. So let's give this a go. I'm going to go and colour this up after I've done the pen and ink. So I'm going to go at the top here. I'm going to do the top of Peely's head. So we've got this. Put a little dot there actually. That's the little top of his head. I'm going to go the very edge of the banana. Just draw a diagonal line down. Then I'm going to come down. And what I'm going to do, just come down a little bit more there, and I'm going to come across just diagonally straight like that. And I'm going to go up and down. I've got a bit of a break at this top. And then I'm going to come back up this way. Bring it up. Just like that. A little bit of 3D, I'm going to draw underneath those little lines there. Just kind of give it a little 3D effect. Maybe there's a little bit of detail here. It's got that kind of like top Peely's head. As we come down now, we're going to go bring kind of down this way, just bring the pen down to about here. And on this side from this corner, just down like that. And then he's got the little bits of peel coming off his head. So on this side on the left, I'm going to come up from this point. Just bring like the side of it coming up there, around and bring it down like that. A little bit here where I've got the edge of the Peely skin. So I'm just going to draw that up to that point there. And then over here, we've got this little bit of Peely skin coming off. So I'm going to go from that edge, sort of draw a little curve around. That will sort of come back around on itself, around like that. A little bit of a line there, and then we draw the same sort of thing going up on the other side. So kind of just comes up and around like that, and then just give it a nice little edge there. Then I can continue downwards. I'm going to get to the eyes in a second, but just going to draw down this way first. So bring the pen down here, nice little curve down there. Then I'm going to draw a little bit here. It's going to go draw to about there. And then I've got his circular eyes to put in. So midpoint's about here. I've got one eye here on the left, one eye here on the right. They're really circular and kind of blank. So I'm going to go from the edge. Draw a nice circle. One there, and then over here, nice circular element there. Now his mouth is kind of usually a black smile, and this one is very different. He's kind of the light coming through, like his eyes are quite light, his mouth is, so I'm just going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to come down over on the right again. I'm going to go just taper that out there, like that. And then I've got the rest of the torso to put in, so the arms go on the either side. I'm going to sort of just leave a gap either side. So I'm going to start again from probably about there, probably a little bit lower, about here. And I'm going to just bring my pen down on this left hand side, just bring that torso in, down like that. And on the right, curves out a bit and then down to about here. And this is like the midsection or lower body part of Peely. So if I go to about here, I've got the midsection of his legs. I can actually fill in either side of here now, so I can come in, draw this like thigh to his knee area. I'm going to just curve it down to about there. On the inner part, it sort of curves in to about here. Inner part again, sort of bring it down to about there. And up here. Curve and down there. Great. So he's got these little diagonal little bits on the knees, but we'll leave that. I think I'm going to colour that bit too. So I'm just going to give a hint of his knee coming around here. And then I'm going to draw his widened calves down to his shins. So I'm going to go from here, I'm going to scoot out a bit and in to there. And from here, just come out where the calf is, down like that. And on this side, same sort of thing, out where the calf is, down. We can go really far down to about there on this side. And over here, we just come out a nice little calf and scoot in there. I've just got his feet to do here. So this one on the left, just kind of clumpy feet. They kind of come out this way and back around. So I'm gonna just pop that in, come out here, down, round to the back. And here, this one comes sort of more forward, gets bigger as it comes over to us. And I'll go in from that outer part, come down, bring it out, curve it around there, up, and then he's got a heel. Just gonna draw that heel area in there. Okay, that's cool. We've got that main outline in. What I'm going to do now is do the arm. The arm on the right is trailing down this way, and the one on this left-hand side comes down and gives it a wave. So let's do the easy one. Let's do the arm coming down this way first. So I'm just going to come out where the shoulder is. Nice curve there. Then I'm just going to bring it down. I'm going to have a line there and a line on the inside. This comes to a little crease of the arm. So we come out for the wider part of the lower arm and then just curve it in, sort of taper it in to the wrist. Same thing here, we come out a bit, taper it in there. And then we kind of just come out for a thumb and we come down for a finger here. That's it. And we just bring that back round to the top of the hand, to the wrist there. We can kind of show just do little curves there for the rest of his fingers. And I can go over to the other side then and I can just draw that curve there of his shoulder. Then I'm going to come down in the crease of the underarm. Just bring your pen down here. Comes right down to a elbow. It's fairly straight, so we're just going to bring that along there. Then I'm going to come out here, come up to a wrist area here, and over this side, kind of comes out and then tapers into a wrist area there. Then as he's waving, we're just going to bring out curve of a thumb, and I'm going to bring out just up to about there, just give a hint of the fingers. The little finger sort of comes in a bit, so just give a little hint of that coming around there, and then I can just curve it back round to the hand and to that wrist area there. Great. Okay, so I have the outline done. Now what I'm going to do is just get a really light green. A lot of this one is really about the effectiveness of the peely, sort of ghostly green rib cage of this one. So let's have a look and just start filling in. Instead of that yellow banana colour we love, just going to bring in really bright light green all along him. Now the eyes are even more zingy, so I'm just going to leave those for the minute. And what I will do around here, I'm going to go in with my finer point. Just going to draw around a little mouth area here, so I'm going to draw a little curve like that. Then I'm going to go around, I'm going to come up, and I'm going to go down and draw a little peely smile. There we go. So it'll come out a little bit white, and I'm going to just draw around that as best I can. It might just bleed in a little bit, but I think we'll get that little pop of a mouth going on. Great. Now I'm just going to finish the rest of the pic. I'm going to just colour this in. fill him in, and I can just leave a little bit of extra light on some of these edges just over on the left here, and it doesn't matter too much because we'll be filling the rest of him in pretty soon. It just adds that kind of rounded 3D effect, ghostly sort of look for Peely. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe just fill him in the centre there, so he's a little bit more of a colour hit. A little bit more of a colour hit there. There we go. So got that little hint of a smile. Cool. Okay. I'm going to go in now. My second colour. What I'm going to do is start drawing these little bone areas in, the little darker points. So it's got this cool little. Well, actually, at the top here, let's fill this top area in here first. There we go. Maybe just the top of that. Maybe these little peel bits here. Just give him a little darker look. Then he's got little rib bits going on. Now he's got sort of a little rib bit here. Just little bones sticking out of this banana. So 1, 2, 3, sort of 4 there. And then come over on the other side. You'll be really, really loose with this. That's cool. He's got this, just this hint of these bones underneath. Now around here, he's got his sort of skull and brain. So I'm gonna just round it around here. Like that. And I'm gonna just maybe get the other pen, no, this side of the pen. Just slightly chunkier, just fill in a little skull section. You come in either side from the eyes there, down to that smile. So I'm gonna just go up to that smile area, and then just give a little hint under here. A little chin, little peely chin. What we'll do is just sort of accentuate these little cheekbones. There we go, so you've got that little smile going on. Kind of wanna just draw around it, so keep that little smile going. Yeah, that's cool. We've got that peely skull. Great. Okay, that's working. Okay, so I've got those in. Now he's got a main rib cage. So a main part coming down about here. I'm going to draw it's like a little teardrop shape coming down here. Colour that in. And then around it, he's got his ribs. So the top here, I'm going to come up, just kick it out there. And on the right, kick it around there. It's got 2 sets just above, so it's got a little curve bit coming around here. Little curve bit coming around here. Like that. And then there's another one going around the other side here, so you can see it kind of wanting to go right around the edge of this. I'm just gonna just give a hint that it's kind of going around the corner there. There we go. Now he's got more coming off this bit here, so he's got sort of a one here, curve out a little bit, 2, 3, and then there's a bigger one coming down here, and there's also like a little bit kicking off from it. Here we go. On this side, we'll just go draw one in there, there, one here, and then we've got this larger one sort of coming down this way around here. We'll try and join it, try and make it a little bit symmetrical. Not done the best job there. That's looking pretty cool. Okay, so next up, there's a little hint in here of the spine. So I'm just gonna go in and sort of just mark in a few little hints of spine in there. Just dot it down. Then he's got his hip bone, so I'm gonna sort of come out here, a little hip there, kind of goes to the back, so widens out there. And there's just a little hint sort of around here of the hip section. There we are. That's pretty cool. Then this goes down here. He's got his, obviously, it's like his thigh bone, so we've got a sort of quite a thick line either side here. goes down to that, so saying earlier, that diamond sort of area. So it's got sort of that diamond little point either side here. There we go. And then it comes down this way. He's got two little bones in the leg, so one going down this way, one sort of around there. Again, you can be really loose with this. It's just adding that nice little effect of his bones there, and then he's got his little toe bones here. So just a hint of those bones in there. You can get the gist already. You can see it's kind of like the skeleton coming through. On the arm here, we've got this arm bone, like top area coming down to a joint around there. And there's another thicker one sort of coming down to the wrist. One just behind there. And then just give a nice hint of these little bones in his fingers. That's it. On this side, he's got the arm bones sort of coming down this way here. And it curves around there, goes to the wrist. Got this secondary one sort of down here, coming up. And then again, sort of big old sort of palm bit there. And just a few little dots in there for the fingers. That's all we need to do, and see how effective that all becomes around there. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna top up a few of these slightly darker ones, just to give it a slightly 3D look. Just gonna sort of just edge some of these bones on the right. Maybe the little diagonal element can be filled in right either side. And we just got that nice extra little bit to make it just a little bit more 3D, and just go around, just fill in a little bit around the bone areas that you've drawn. Maybe it sort of comes in either side there, so it's sort of, as it sort of gets closer to his skin, maybe you see a bit more of the darker look. So we'll leave these little spine bits, but around here maybe it sort of just curves around here, and then just link out from these ribs just a bit. There we go, just adding to the, sort of blur it all together a little bit. Little ones in there. Again, we sort of can go around this smile and sort of draw in a slightly sort of closer bit here. We'll just swap out the, and there we go, just a nice hint that it's coming through a bit. And a few little marks on there. At the top here now we can sort of add a little bit more, just make it a little bit darker for texture. Yeah, that's cool. And just adding a few little dots in here around the bones a bit. Just fiddle with that. Just get that lighter pen again, and maybe just sort of block in just by there. Just sort of make it look a little bit more kind of ethereal around our character. Now his eyes are kind of greeny. I'm a little bit loath to do it. I might just add it right in the center point here. I might just add that little touch so they look a little bit 3D, the eyes. Yeah, that's cool. There we go, maybe a bit in extra little hit sort of here and there. Just adds a little bit to our picture. Maybe just blend this bit in a little bit. Yeah, give that a nice sort of ghostly look. And with this as well, it's got this kind of green energy coming out the top. So just gonna draw some little wisps, little ghostly wisps coming out the top of his head. Yeah, like that. There we go. Just a little bit, it's like a little green glow coming off our peely. And there we go. I think I'm going to leave it there. That's pretty cool. There he is. There's Peely, the final peel. Great Halloween skin. Great. Always fun drawing Peely. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know who I can be drawing next. And I'll see you again soon. All right. Bye for now.